We don't see the red flags. We step into something that could truly hurt us along the way. We don't want that. That's not what we want. That is not what we want. We don't want that. Not at all. If you've been in a relationship or in a relationship where you're dealing with someone who is toxic, you're becoming aware of their behavior. It's crucial for maintaining healthy relationships that we recognize and be aware of what's happening. It's a vital skill that can save us from emotional distress, wasted time, and even physical harm. So let's do this together. Let's dive into some of these show notes here. When we explore the world of toxic people, we begin to understand their behavior and the red flags we need to keep in mind. Toxic individuals can have a profound impact on our emotional and psychological well-being. They can make us feel unheard, unseen, and unvalued. If you're experiencing that, please make sure you spend 10 minutes a week listening to our content. We appreciate it. 40 minutes a month is what we ask. You want to support the channel? Of course. You can get a membership for $5.99. You can have it for the whole year or just 1 month, or you can just buy a piece of merch one time a year to keep the channel going. We might start to doubt ourselves, our abilities, and our worth. Please keep that in mind. Exposing ourselves to toxic people, not paying attention to the red flags. We'll break down some of those red flags a little bit more in a little bit. We might not be able to achieve the goals that we have, simply because they sabotage our success. It's like being in a relationship with a constant critic, always pointing out your flaws. Pointing out our flaws and our shortcomings. This is a normal part of toxic behavior, whether that's in the family, at work, or in an intimate relationship, a long-term relationship. And the worst part is we might not even realize we're in a toxic dynamic until it is too late. Identifying toxic people can be challenging because they often present themselves as a charming, kind, loving, confident person with a lot of charisma. They might be experts at hiding their true nature, being two-faced, leading a double life, making it difficult for us to spot the red flag, saying one thing to you, but behind your back, saying something different, seeking to sabotage any happiness and joy you or your family and loved ones can have. What you got for me, Eric? Put that back up there. 6 years ago, I was in a lockdown facility. I kept thinking and jumping off the 3rd floor balcony to escape from the narc. It has been some kind of a ride since then. Good to see that you're with us, my friend. Good to see you're with us. Identifying toxic people can be challenging because they hide who they are. The emotional toll of being around toxic people can be devastating to our emotional well-being, our emotional stability. Our nervous system is affected by being around individuals who are toxic. It's essential to recognize the signs of toxicity and take action before it's too late. Let's explore some specific red flags to watch out for. Manipulation is a classic trait of toxic people. They might use guilt trips, gaslighting, or emotional blackmail to get what they want from us. Criticism is another red flag. They use criticism to constantly point out your flaws, making us feel inadequate and unworthy. Pointing out our flaws gives them a sense of power and control to demean your self-worth. Lack of accountability is also a red flag. Lack of accountability is a significant indicator of toxicity. They might blame others and make excuses or deny their wrongdoings. Be very careful of someone who lacks accountability. It's always someone else's fault. They can't say that they're wrong. It's beneath them to admit that they make mistakes. Lack of accountability, again, is a significant indicator of toxicity. They might blame others, make excuses, or deny their wrongdoings. Manipulation is a classic trait of toxic people. Manipulative people might make us feel responsible for their emotions, their needs, and their desires. They might say things like, if you really cared about me, you do this or that for me. Criticism can be subtle. For instance, they might say, you're so fortunate to have me in your life. Where would you be without me taking care of you? Implying that we're not good enough on our own. If someone constantly displays a lack of accountability, it's a huge red flag. They might deny their mistakes, shift the blame to you or your loved ones or someone else. They might pretend like nothing ever happened, even when you catch them red-handed. These behaviors can be incredibly damaging to our self-esteem. They might disrupt our emotional stability and emotional well-being. Our nervous system becomes on the edge at all times. What you got for me, chat? Talking to the chat. Eric, what you got? I used to lie to protect my abuser. Straight lie to appease her whims and her wishes. I mean, I lost my mind, but it was the smart play because it was one less beating. Trying to navigate with a toxic person is a never-ending battle. So many of you over the years, and for many who have recently begun to spend time on the channel, especially every Friday, you're expressing yourself, writing to us, letting us know what you're going through. Thank you for allowing us into your life, and we truly feel bad that you have to endure close contact on a regular basis with a toxic individual. Whatever label you give them, narcissist, whatever it may be, these self-absorbed, haughty individuals, extremely selfish, self-centered, lacking empathy individuals can have a devastating effect on a family and on life, on your joy and happiness. Manipulative people might make us feel responsible for their emotions, their needs, and their desires. Their inability to take care of their own needs, their own emotions, and be aware of their emotions and control their desires, they would love to put that on someone else. If you're experiencing that, our heart goes out to you, and we ask you to please be mindful of some shows that are already uploaded here, as well as some future shows that will help you navigate narcissistic behavior and toxic traits and behaviors. Here's a little life story from someone who wrote us. He says, I remember a situation where I ignored the red flags. And it almost cost me a significant relationship. I was so caught up in trying to help someone that I neglected my own needs and boundaries. And a shout out to our viewer and subscriber who sent this in to us. And thank you for giving me the approval to go ahead and read it to the public. It took me a while to realize that I was enabling their toxic behavior. I had to take a step back, reevaluate the situation, and set firm, strong, clear boundaries. It was a tough lesson to learn, but it taught me the importance of prioritizing my own nervous system, my own emotional well-being. He goes on and says, one pivotal moment that stands out is when I finally confronted the person about their toxic behavior. It was a difficult conversation, a challenging conversation, but it needed to be done. It was necessary for the sake of our children and for my own well-being to have that conversation. I had to assert myself. Express my feelings and set clear expectations. It was a turning point in the relationship that I wasn't prepared for. And it forced me to reevaluate whether it was truly healthy behavior. And I recognized that it was toxic, truly toxic for me. He continues, looking back, I realized that I ignored the red flags. I wanted to believe that the person would change. I wanted to think that they would finally take responsibility for their actions and become a better team player, a better partner, not my constant daily critic. But that didn't happen. The opposite happened. Instead, I had to take responsibility for myself and prioritize my own emotional needs. The experience taught me a valuable lesson, that recognizing red flags is crucial to maintaining healthy relationships. I never saw it that way before. I thought we were both on the same page for the rest of our life. We need to be aware of manipulation, criticism, and the lack of accountability. Please make note of that. We'll have further follow-up shows. As I told you before, we've got tons of show notes over many years. We're going to bring them to you in increments, and hopefully they're as understandable as possible when I put them together and read them out to you. He concludes saying this: we need to be aware of manipulation, criticism, and a lack of accountability. We need to trust our instincts and take action when we notice these behaviors. Thank you so much for writing to us. You remain anonymous to the public, but we know who you are, and we appreciate you supporting us in your donations and keeping our channel going and contributing with your life story and allowing us to share it. If you want to donate to the channel, again, I repeat, become a member of the channel at least once a year at $5.99 and enjoy it. Feel free to bring a friend if you want to do that. Buy our merch at least once a month out of the year. Super chat, super thanks us. You can super thank or super chat us if you like to do that as well. Let's do a recap here of what we have been able to touch on today. Eric, thank you so much for being here. If you're still here, my friend, I need to start getting ready because we're going to have another show coming up in a little bit. Let's do a Paxton recap here concerning the red flags that we talked about today. Again, number one, beware of manipulation. Number two, beware of criticism. Unfounded criticism. Constant, unfounded criticism to belittle you. Number three, the lack of accountability. Blame shifting. A never-ending supply of excuses. 1, manipulation. 2, criticism. 3, lack of accountability. Trust your instincts. Prioritize your emotional well-being and take action when necessary for the sake of yourself as well as your loved ones. Protect your peace. If you've had a similar experience with toxic people, feel free to do as our viewer has done and go ahead and write me. Reach out to me. Put it in the chat. Put it in the comment. Want to be a guest on the show? Be a member of the channel and you can be a guest on the show. Become a member of the channel at $5.99, and we'll be happy to make a podcast show for you. You can share your story. Thanks for watching, for listening, for subscribing. Thank you, everyone. Gonna get in here and get ready for the next show. Then once we get that show up, we got one more after that. Gemma Blythe is coming on next. We're going to be live streaming with you all day today, as much as we can. Big time Friday for you off the coast of California on NATV network. Again, thank you for watching, listening, subscribing. Again, if you have had anything close to this at work, in a relationship, in your family, experiencing toxic people, please share your story in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about personal growth, healthy relationships, this is the place to be. Check out my other videos that are here on the channel. Over 1,000 videos. And believe me, we're just getting started. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Eric, for being in the chat today. We got more videos coming your way. It is going to take me a lifetime plus to be able to get all of the content we have in our video library, interviews that we've done over the years. Many of them are truly tear jerkers. Once we put them up, you'll get a chance to see and hear them and listen to them and apply them as you see fit. So check out our other videos so that you can build strong boundaries, protect your peace, stay strong. Eric, I got to take a look at what you got for me here. Outward behavior patterns aside, red flags first show up in patterns of language. Love that. Love that. Use of words are as much a weapon as a clenched fist, and words reveal a ton. Once they become more and more hollow, is what you wrote there, Eric. I love that, dude. Seriously. I love that. By the way,